Welcome back to the Reverbium channel. I'm Sean, and this is the biggest news from the gaming industry this week. First up, CD Projekt Red has announced that The Witcher 4 will enter its production phase later this year. The existence of the upcoming game had been announced back in October 2022 under the codename Polaris, but the news of when production will begin gives us a much better idea of when we can expect the game to release, although it's still likely to be a couple of years away. The game has been announced as a new trilogy series, and although not being called The Witcher 4, it'll obviously still be in the same world. CD Projekt Red has stated that once this new game is released, the other two parts of the trilogy will release within 6 years, so there won't be too long of a wait for a sequel after this one has been released. Speaking to Reuters, co-CEO Adam Badowski has said that we'd like to aim to have around 400 people working on the project by the middle of the year. He's also said that whilst there will be an element of AI being used in the production of this game, that it will be minimal and not visible to players. Which, this is some great news, as there's been a lot of layoffs in the gaming industry in the last few years, so it's great to see that CD Projekt Red are really valuing their employees and what physical humans can add to games over AI. There will be some reservations about the release of this new game after the disastrous release of Cyberpunk 2077. However, the studio did recover well with the release of the Phantom Liberty DLC, and the studio has reaffirmed that they have learnt their lessons from that Cyberpunk release. So hopefully we'll have a fully fleshed out game with limited bugs, as you should expect from a brand new game when this is finally released. Moving on, and whilst we just had some good news regarding employees in the gaming industry, Eurogamer are sadly reporting that Tencent's Riot Games will be laying off 530 employees. This number works out to around roughly 11% of their total workforce, as the developers claim to be refocusing on fewer higher impact projects to move to a more sustainable future, as rising costs are affecting their ability to make profitable games. Riot Games had previously laid off some employees at this same time last year as well, and it's part of a growing trend of gaming companies slimming down their employee numbers. This announcement also came with the news that Riot Forge will be shutting down, which is the company's initiative to work with smaller indie studios, which is a huge blow for these smaller studios who will now struggle a lot more to be able to get their games out. This was then also followed later in the week with The Verge reporting that Microsoft are laying off 1,900 employees from Activision Blizzard. This comes from an internal memo from Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer. Along with the layoffs, it's also been announced that Blizzard's untitled survival game that was currently in production has also been cancelled due to this. It has been a huge week for WWE after announcing a $5 billion deal with Netflix for the TV licensing of Monday Night Raw. However, over in gaming, we also got a trailer for the upcoming release of WWE 2K24. The trailer had a heavy focus on past WrestleMania matches, with actual footage seamlessly transitioning into game footage. Which one major part of this was the infamous Undertaker casket match, which will be a game mode featured through WWE Showcase and is one of the multiple new match types we'll get to see in this game. The latest iteration will come. Finally, we have to talk about the biggest game at the moment, which is Palworld. Described as Pokémon with guns, the action-adventure survival game from Pocket Pair is currently in early access, but sold over 7 million copies in just 5 days, and that number is continuously rising and is probably wildly wrong at this point, even when I'm recording this. The release of Palworld has come with a lot of drama though, as there have been accusations of the producers copying assets from the Pokémon games to create the PALs which are featured in the gameplay. The accusations originally came from a user on X, who has since doubled back on these, saying that he fabricated this alleged evidence of copying assets. Pocket Pair have come out and said that the majority of the assets were actually developed by a single developer who was hired back in 2021. However, due to this, the Pokémon company have come out and said in a statement that they're aware of these claims and are investigating the matter. So we'll just have to wait and see if anything comes from this. PALWORD is kind of like a Pokemon meets Minecraft meets Rust sort of situation, where you go through this world either online or solo, capturing these pals to bring into your team and to help build bases. I haven't personally played it yet, so be sure to let me know in the comments if you have picked it up already and if you're enjoying the game, or if you're also looking to get into this, what you think about everything in general. Please do let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Links to everything we've discussed in the video can be found in the description below. And for more gaming news and videos, be sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.